next week. Welcome to Community Collage. Alright, this is a really good presentation of all the variety of cultures and backgrounds that we have here at CMU. So hopefully listen, enjoy, and maybe able to make some connections with some of the performances. I'm going to kick it off to our DS and various a cappella groups are forming a cultural fusion to start us off. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. Picture this.
Last spring, I was able to take an internship for course credit. Fortunately for me, this internship allowed me to work with a bunch of friends as they learned and grew through a variety of enriching activities. These activities included making jigsaw puzzles, building with blocks, reading Where the Wild Things Are till I lost my voice almost as much as today, and most importantly, serving snacks. This internship was in the Margaret Morrison building, and these friends were a bunch of 4-year-olds enrolled in the Carnegie Mellon Children's School. It was a highlight of my year that always gave me a story to smile about, even after the most stressful of days and all-nighters. Now, let us rewind back on memory lane to when I arrived at Carnegie Mellon. As a freshman, I was convinced I had it all figured out. I came to school as a perfectionist who was deeply afraid of failure and even more afraid of what people would think of me if I failed them in almost any capacity that they may have set for me. In hindsight, working with my 4-year-old friends taught me valuable lessons to help combat these anxieties. First, laugh at yourself. Young children have the self-awareness that many adults lack, in that they fully are aware when they're being silly and have no qualms about sharing their silliness with the whole room. We all have a few quirks. I certainly have a lot. And as I worked at the children's school, I learned that being able to own your eccentricities and laughing about them actually makes you more confident and secure with being your true self around the people that you work with and interact with. The second lesson I learned is always be a kind friend. This is the first rule they teach the kids at the children's school, and it's something that a lot of adults forget. I think that at Carnegie Mellon, when we get stressed out about our academic and extracurriculars, we sometimes forget to treat others with respect and help them when they need it. Kindness usually begets kindness and will allow you to both succeed and enable others to succeed. The power of this rule really became apparent to me when I became involved with my fraternity. I saw brothers do amazing work simply because they had the support of other brothers. And I know I certainly wouldn't be up here today as an HOC without the support of my pink army. You rock. My HOC colleagues, my brothers, my friends, and my family. Now finally, if you make a mistake, say sorry and try again. When building blocks in the children's school, friends often knock over each other's towers. In these instances, the friends quickly apologize and start building their towers anew. I think that sometimes I was so afraid of failure that I took any mistake to be a death sentence and then did not really know how to recover. However, this summer, when planning this wonderful orientation week, the ability to say sorry and try again when plans went awry allowed my fellow HOC colleagues and I to roll with the hiccups that naturally occur when you're planning any event and still make the deadlines and accomplish your goals. So, in conclusion, going back to preschool enabled this perfectionist and insecure freshman to learn how to handle making mistakes and opening up to new and different people. My picture is still developing, and anyone who works with me will tell you that my aforementioned tendencies are still present, but I really feel that working with children helped me improve in these areas. So, to everyone here today, never be afraid to be silly. Be a kind friend, and apologize or try again when you make a mistake. I don't think we ever fully learn these lessons. I think it's a life journey, but in your college careers, you can always create a better tower of blocks again. And if you get really stuck, there's usually someone with milk and cookies to make you feel a little better.
So picture this. I'm a senior chemistry major, hoping to fulfill a Chinese studies minor. I'm a head orientation counselor, involved in Greek life, business manager for the Tartan, hold a great passion for helping a local nonprofit called Cora, and this summer I was able to take the opportunity to study abroad in Shanghai. Now flashback to a couple of years ago, when I was sitting in the exact spot you're all in. I was about 3,000 miles away from home, and while I had been top dog in high school, I was virtually friendless here at Carnegie Mellon. I had lived in off-campus housing my freshman year, and it was really hard for me to get to really know any other students on campus besides the 20 or so kids in my building. Thankfully, I had a pair of amazing orientation counselors who befriended me from the beginning. From guiding me in what kind of clothes to purchase for wintertime, or advising me to attend the student activities fair where I joined the Tartan newspaper staff, my OCs became my biggest supporters. During the spring semester of my freshman year, I wanted to do for the incoming freshmen what my OCs did for me. Become an awesome role model and a best friend at times. The summer of my sophomore year, I was able to do just that. Little did I know, I was on my way to becoming an HOC for the Hill. In my junior year, I still felt like something was missing. Because both my OCs had a passion for foreign languages, I decided to apply to a CMU study abroad program. My summer in Shanghai was unforgettable. While I do come from a Chinese background, I was born and raised in the United States. And cultural differences I encountered and the lessons I learned there are things that I will always remember and treasure for the rest of my life. My OC also encouraged me to try out Greek life. Although I had never pictured myself going Greek, I soon found out that the decision to go Greek, like the decision that I made to become an OC, is one of the best decisions I've made so far in my college career. I guess my message to all you freshmen here today is that the relationships you make here at orientation can kickstart your experiences here at Carnegie Mellon. So be mindful of who you meet this week. The friendships you forge now may last a lifetime. The people you meet here will support you as you pursue your dreams and inspire you to succeed.
Picture this. I'm a senior, cognitive science major, and a varsity athlete. But I'm also a music theory minor, a vice president of my a cappella group, co-founded the school's inter-a-cappella council, and was a lead in 3 short musicals with my sorority. Now picture this. It's my freshman orientation, and I'm determined to focus on swimming and academics. Nothing more. Sure, I sang all through high school, but there's no way I'll have time to do anything else. False. Fast forward to January of my freshman year. One of my sorority sisters has convinced me to audition for her a cappella group. I picked up a piece of music for the audition piece, and I just breathed a huge sigh of relief. Forget being nervous. Music, I missed you. I've also joined a Greek organization and started rehearsals for our Greek Saint Show, which is a 13-minute musical performed at Soldiers and Sailors that raises over $35,000 annually for a charity. I've met the most amazing and talented people through all these groups, some of whom I just share the stage with, and I cannot imagine my life without music. Back in a bunch, try. I have also added a music theory minor, and I embrace the fact that I can step and clap to opposing rhythms. Any music students in here, get ready for your rhythmics class. So don't limit yourself. Be open to the possibility of joining more activities than you think you have time for, because you have time for them, I promise. And follow your passion.
Picture this. I'm a senior graduating in May with an Information Systems and Spanish double major from the Science and Humanities Scholars Program. I have a full-time job offer at a top aerospace and defense corporation. I'm head orientation counselor for my own freshman hall, Stever House. I have traveled to Ecuador, Panama, Spain, and Qatar since I came to Carnegie Mellon. Picture this. I'm shaking in my boots when I started freshman year. I thought about majoring in chemistry, maybe I'd throw in a double major in global politics, or design, or maybe both. Well, I had no idea where I was going, but I knew one thing. I loved to travel. I spent half my life growing up with my dad in Atlanta. The other half I spent growing up with my mom in London. This was a hectic childhood at times, but it was perfect for me. I wasn't looking forward to coming here and being stationary for 4 years, but it didn't take long for me to realize I didn't have to be. I hope for all of you coming here to Carnegie Mellon that you pursue one thing that you love. Freshman year, I made the move to apply to an alternative spring break trip. That single decision brought on a realization for me that Carnegie Mellon could offer me so much more than just a textbook education. My freshman year trip focused on learning sustainable agriculture and farming techniques in Ecuador. Sophomore year, I joined a tight-knit group that taught introductory business skills to Panamanian farmers. The following summer, I entered in Madrid, Spain, in a position that would ultimately get me the full-time job offer that I now have.